Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. This is a quick review of this game, Cat Lady, which I seriously really love. I also have the expansion. Now, I'm a fan of being able to travel lightweight, easy run and gun. This is empty because I was able to get everything in here. Now, it's kind of come stuffed, but really this case, like the outside and everything, the box feels really nice. So that's one little thing. So within these two, I'll try and mention what comes with what. So Cat Lady, instructions for each of them, obviously. And then the nice thing about the second edition, so if you don't know anything about the game, here it is. You've got a 3x3 grid of different things out there. You've got cats, you've got food to feed those cats, you've got different toys, you've got a handful of different things, and you're trying to collect as many cats as you can to get as many victory points as you can. Now, you only get points for cats that you feed, and you don't want to have any food left over, so it's a fun balance of trying to take things and get as much as you can, but not miss how much you'll actually be able to accomplish by the end of the game. So really fun. Now, you're going to have obviously rows and columns of 3. You've got 9 cards out there, and you take the little cat figurine and you put it out there. So I'm going to take this row. So you take those 3 cards and you get to keep those. So if one is a chicken, for instance, if it's the chicken card, you would take one of these little red cubes that indicates it's chicken. And you can move these things around however you want. So if at the end of the game, you know, there's one cat that needs chicken that's worth 5 points and another one that, you know, needs chicken but it's only worth 1, you can move that at the end. I like the flexibility that you get with that. It's just really nice. So that is the basic idea of the game, what you're doing, and then you're refilling those cards and you're going through the deck like that. So there are different cards for different numbers of players as well. So there's some 3 and 4 player cards you take out if you're not playing with them, but you can adjust that as much as you want. My wife and I really enjoy it, and so we play with a lot of those 3 and 4 player cards anyway. Now, Cat Lady, the expansion box of treats, you've got a number of extra little victory point things you can gain. You put these in between, you grab them randomly, put them in between different players. So if I and whoever's sitting over here, if combined we get 3 stray cats together, then we get bonus points. Or if myself and this player over here, we feed 14 cats, we get bonus points. So that comes with the box of treats, as well as this nice little score pad right here, which is actually really handy just to go through all these different things and figure out how many points you have, because otherwise it can be a little bit of a task trying to remember what you went through and all that kind of thing. There are also some little treat tokens in here which come with the expansion, but everything else is from the original game. These treat tokens coordinate to some treat cards that you get. Not that big a deal, but pretty dang fun. So I have these organized into different things that you want to play with 2-player or 1. This is a lot of cards, and that's because it is Cat Lady and the box of treats. But really, I mean, you can look at all these cards. You get probably you get a majority of these cards with the actual game. There's a nice handful of extra cards that you get with the box of treats, but really super duper fun game. Let's look at a few of the cards just to give you an idea of what you might have. So like I said, you have food cards, you have chicken, you have milk, and you have tuna. Let's see if we can find ourselves some tuna right there. And then there actually is a wild card as well. So this, you would take a purple, which is really nice. You take a purple and it remains wild the whole game. So you can move that around, like I was saying earlier. Really helpful card right there. You have the spray bottle because normally, if you have that in front of you, you took it in a past round. Normally, where the cat is, you can't take from that same row or column that someone just took from. So the spray bottle, you could do that instead, which is really nice. Then there's lost cats, these little lost cat posters that you can collect to gain stray cats that have some unique abilities. And then beyond that, you've got costumes, you've got toys, you've got catnip, and you've got cats. So here are the rest of the cards you've got in the base set right here. You have cats, and so this cat is going to show you what kind of a cat it is. It's got a couple of qualifications. So up here it has a W saying it is a white cat. Sometimes color will be important. It shows you how many victory points is worth over here. This one's worth 6, and then it tells you what it needs to be fully fed to give you victory points. If you don't feed a cat at the end of the game, it's worth -2 no matter what its cost, value, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Catnip right here is a way to really expand how many points you can get. If you have 2 or 3 catnips, you get 1 bonus victory point for every fed cat. If you have 4 of these, you get 2 bonus points for every fed cat. So it can definitely multiply and add up quite a bit depending on how things shake out there. But if you only get 1, it's worth -2 victory points, so don't end up with that. Then you have all these costumes, which are just absolutely hilarious, and whoever has the most at the end of the game gets 6 victory points, and if anyone has none, you get -2. Then lastly, you have all of these different toys, and this is just really kind of a fun aspect of the game. The more you collect, the more points you get, and so you're trying to collect unique ones. So just really fun to see this grid, to see this balance of decisions. Oh, should I take that cat? Will I have enough time to feed it because that'd be really good for this? Or should I take that last toy because that's going to complete my collection? That's really good. Or should I grab this food to feed this other cat? Really fun to see those decisions that come out. So simple game to be able to understand and start playing and enjoy very quickly, but has some nice depth to it to where it's a fun game even for me that I like really strategic games. This is not a super strategic game, but it does have some strategy and I enjoy that. Last thing right here I wanted to mention is this right here. There we go. So here are some of the stray cats. There's a different back to these. It's gray instead of yellow. But what these are going to have is they're going to have, almost all of them I think have an asterisk right there. Asterisk. I don't know. So Florence right here, Florence is worth 2 victory points for each orange cat you feed. So these are the cards that kind of determine a lot more of stuff out there. So that's what you get right there, Cat Lady. Phenomenal game. If you like the idea of that, the sound of that, if you like cats, it's worth going for it. Now the game over here, a few cards that you get with that, you get some bonus food, you get bonus. It does expand it to where you can play with 6 players as well, which is really nice. It gives you enough cards you can play with 6 players now. Really cool. It gives you the treats. You have these treat cards right there, which these treats you can then feed any cat basically for free with 1 treat, but it's only worth 1 victory point. So sometimes it may be worth doing that. You also have boxes. You can put cats in boxes. Super duper fun. You have a handful of other things. You got new cats. You got new other stuff. There's one other main thing I'm trying to remember. Oh, there's a handful of these new kind of like tool cards is what I'll call them. There's like a shopping bag right there. That's new. It can get you some food, but it gives other people victory points. Do you want to do it? Is it worth it? You have the laser pointer, which gives you some nice stuff. So there's a bunch of new stuff. The expansion is definitely worth getting if you liked the original game, in my opinion. So hopefully that gives you guys a quick touch of the taste. I know that was a little bit longer, and I also talked really quick, but I really love this game. I hope that gives you a good sense of Cat Lady, what it is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.